I'm not having fun here. Woodsy invited me back straight away. I mean, I'm just joining off Whitey's invite. It's doing well. Ah, this NAT cable's doing me head, and it just keeps telling me my NAT cable unconnects. I mean, it's just not good at all. I mean, every time I put it back in, I'm like, stay in it, and it just doesn't. I'm not knocking it or anything. I'm nowhere near it. Anyway, hopefully we can make the final laps. JJ Lato's coming across the line. I'm not sure if he's on a push lap. He's used all his ERS, so I'm guessing he is. As he goes P1 with a 1 minute 16.1. Will we get into the 1 minute 15s in the next session? I'm now stuck. It won't let me go to someone. Well, this is interesting. I don't know if Dragoon's on the track and it's just glitching or... I can't tell if Dragoon's on the track. I mean, this is very weird. Right, so instead of trying to figure out what that's doing, we're into things that matter on track, I guess. Have we got anyone coming across the line? We've got one of the Red Bulls, apparently. Can't find him. Oh, it's Betches. He's about to start a lap. And it's one of the kicks. It's DK getting out of the way, and then we've got Gavin, who is starting a lap. We'll see what it says about Dragoon. I don't know. I think my game's just glitched out and it's not showing where he is. Unless he is really just glitched into his pit box. The driver at risk is Goomba. I don't know why he's retired here. Because Betches can demote him here. Bajourne's retired, so Bajourne doesn't think he can go any quicker. He's retired on track as well, actually. So I wonder what's happened there. Is Betches going to demote Goomba? Yes, he does. And he puts Gavin into the knockout, which I think Gavin's gone very wide. So will Game Minion, will Toto Wolff actually, he's the next driver to cross the line. Is Toto Wolff going to demote Gavin from the top 10? Nope, he goes into the pit lane. So Game Minion or Whitey are our only two drivers now that can demote Gavin from P10. So Find the Pass, I think, is also at risk. And you know what, I've not noticed Gavin and Find the Pass have both set identical lap times. Find the Pass has gone on a 1 minute 16.4, so no, he is now safe. But anyway, from what I can tell, Batchelor and Gavin are the only ones that can actually be demoted. Now it's just Game Minion and Whitey that can improve. We're now following with Whitey. Oh, he does a big slide on the flash right-hander. That's not going to help him. He would have lost loads of time, I don't think. I think Gavin might be safe on Whitey. Heck, I say that, he should be safe. Unless Whitey was setting a brilliant lap. Nope. So Game Minion now is the only driver that can demote Gavin from having a shot at Q3. Is he going to do it? No, he doesn't. And in fact, Dragoon is in P10. What's happened there? Now it won't let me do anything. Now my game's fully gone. So I'm now glitched. I have no control over this. No man, that cable keeps coming out though. I need a new NAT cable. I've already lagged out of this session like 3 times, Dad. Anyway, now right, so Dragoon's in P7. Because Dragoon wasn't showing up on mine. So right, Gavin is in P10, he doesn't make it through to Q3. So the drivers we lose is Total Wolf, Bajon, Whitey, Game Minion and Goomba. And with JJ Lato, from P1 to 3, it's only 66 and like, it's less than a tenth. Right, that's what I'll say. As we start Q3, and obviously a reminder, after Q3 we have a 5-minute break and then we get into the 29 lap race around Albert Park. As we're into the top 10 shootout now, which contains Dragoon, Lato, Towley, Betches, DK Gavin, Find the Pass, Brewdog, Mezzinator and Zero. As Betches is our first driver out. That I'd say first driver out. He's the first one who's tried coming out and he will be the first one out. Obviously with Red Bull being so far down in the pit lane, you never know. So it would be Betches across the line first, unless if anyone else wants to contest it. As everyone I presume would be on brand new softs.
Yeah.
As we're making it around now, just finding what to say. There's not much to talk about at the moment. There's not been any controversy. Anyway, as we start our first lap of the session, there's just 10 minutes left. So these drivers, it'll be a shout to get 3 laps in. Anyway, we'll follow on board the Betches. He's in non-ERS. I'm not sure if he oh, he's already invalidated. That might be why. It was second. It was Gavin. So we'll follow on board with Gavin then. Who hasn't invalidated his lap yet. Very nice and stable line. No wobbles. Opens the DRS quite quick. As you can hear the car scraping in these ground effect cars. And it'll be interesting next year when the ground effect cars are slightly less needed. As you've got the active aero stuff go, oh, he has a big snap on that curve. That's going to lose him loads of time. So then we'll go on to JJ Lato, who is probably going to set him a very nice time. Probably the benchmark, is JJ Lato is obviously a very quick driver. So Gavin sets a 1 minute 17.6, and JJ Lato sets a 1:16.2, a full 1.4 seconds quicker. And Final Pass then sets a slightly quicker, but still quicker than JJ Lato by 0.040, 20. Very close between them two drivers. Dragoon then sets a 1 minute 17.2, which puts him in P5. We've got Gavin into the gravel, and then we've got Brewdog starting a lap, and Zero invalidated his lap, and he takes to the pit lane. So only 6 drivers to set a lap time, and it puts Final Pass in P1, JJ Lato in P2, Mesonator in P3, DK in P4, Dragoon in P5, and Gavin in P6. And then we've got Tally, Betches, Brewdog, and Zero yet to even set a lap time. Got yellow flag. I think it's just drivers getting out of the way of each other. And we've got Brewdog actually on a lap, so people are going to have to make way for him pretty quick. How's he going to get through here actually? So we've got one of the, I think it's Gavin in front of him, who is going to peel into the pit lane, I'd assume. Chucks it in. No, Gavin is setting another lap. But there's going to be a nice little slipstream, not too powerful, but still a bit. So Brewdog is going to set a 1 minute 17.073, puts him into P4. So we've got the 2 Kickstarters in the top 5. Not too shabby. Gavin is now on another lap on the same soft. So again, he just needs to avoid these curbs, as some of the curbs around here are not pleasant to hit. And if he does that, he's looking at a very solid top 8, as he did lose quite a bit of time. Let's see how much he's up in this sector when he gets to the point, which obviously just before the braking zone, he's up by 0.0036, or is that down? He might be down actually. I think minus normally means down. So he's pretty much even as his last time. However, he didn't lose his time in the middle sector. He lost all his time in this final bit. So is he going to avoid the curve here? Yes, he does. So he's now already up quite a bit. Just needs to pick out his brake zone, which he does. Gets on the throttle very nicely. Has a bit of a slide into the final corner, but he should be well up. As he comes to the line, he sets a 1 minute 17.6. It's actually only 1 millitenth quicker. As Betches will be our next. Wait, no, Zero's on an out lap. So yeah, it'll be Betches next across the line on a flying lap. He's one of the 3 drivers to not set a lap time. So oh no, Brewdog was one of the ones that didn't set a time, and he set one. Yeah, actually, yeah, we're on 3 drivers who haven't set a time. So let's see what Betches can do. I didn't see what he was up in that. No, he's not up on anything, right? Sorry, I'm completely losing my head. Anyway, does he avoid this curb on the inside? Yes, he does. Looked a bit lazy, looked a bit wide. However, Betches then coming to the line now. Is it going to beat Gavin's time? No, it is not. It's a 1 minute 18.5. Anyway, Tally then to cross the line. What's he going to set? I'm expecting him to be at least top 3. Is he going to be at least top 3? Coming to the line now, it looks good. It's in the 1 minute 16, 1 minute 16.073. Goes nearly 2 tenths quicker than Find the Pass. And then Zero's our final driver to set at the time. Takes a bit of curb there. He's backed out. Alright, no, so he's... Oh right, so he's invalidated this lap as well. Is Zero going to come in? Has he got a new pair of softs? I better hope he does. Tally's not on a lap here, unless that's just what he does with the ERS. DK is on a lap, I think. He's 2 tenths up as well. So he's proper running for it here. At the moment, he's going to overtake Brewdog. How much time did he lose in the middle sector, though? We didn't watch DK's on board, so we won't know. He needs at least 9 tenths to be in contention of the top 3. Nicely chucked in. Very nice line. It was very, very planted when he chucked it in. Like, so much confidence in the car. Anyway, he takes just a bit of curve, keeps it in 4th gear, so it'll help him on the traction. He's in overtake. He's not got much of the battery left. As he picks his braking zone, he hits the curb for some rotation, keeps it in 3rd, which will keep him. He gets a bit on the curb, but I don't think it'll mess him up too much. Coming to the line, it's going to be a 1 minute 16.3. So close to overtaking Mezzinator. I think DK has enough time to recharge and go on one more lap, but I don't think he'll have the best tyres to do that. Anyway, now everyone's in the pit other than DK, but and Gavin's out on an out lap now. So this will be Gavin's last flying lap. He will have time to do 2 if he messes up 1 halfway through. But he won't have enough time now to get into the pit and put on a new pair. So Gavin has started his final stint. Ignore the screaming outside. Right, so we'll follow with Gavin, who's got a Mercedes really close to him. Oh no, that's the Alpine, not a Mercedes. In fact, I've only just realised we lost both Mercedes in the last session. That would have been a talking point. Anyway, can Gavin overtake Dragoon or Brewdog? Needs to make 6 tenths to do it. However, 6 tenths is not a lot if you've made a mistake somewhere. He's in hot lap. I would have been in overtake. Just a pointer, but I am not the one driving. I can't teach. It goes a bit wide, but opens the DRS relatively quick. Use all the straight line speed that you would gain. As Mike Brundle would say, you gain like 17 kilometres. Something like that. Gets a bit of curve, but taking the shorter line, which can sometimes work in the low speed corners. He's not gone too wrong yet. He's 1/10 up on his time in the first sector alone. Looks very planted for the fast right-hander. And now he's got a big, massive straight to think about the chicane. Well, I say straight, it's a bit windy, but it's got DRS on it. Let's give him that extra boost. Goes just to 202 mile an hour. Picks the turn point, goes in very well. Very nice line into the chicane as well. Picks his braking point just after the 50-metre board. Gets it nicely rotated, to be fair, in 2nd gear. Really nice traction. He didn't hear much of a struggle. And again, a very nice tight line into the hairpin. This is, it goes really wide though. Where's this going to put him? It looked alright, to be fair. It's going to be a 1 minute 17.2. It was so close to being Dragoon's time. However, it's given Betches a bigger job to do. He gained 4 tenths, Gavin. What a lap. Did not put a foot wrong. Is Towley going to get into the 1 minute 15s here? It looked like he was down in the first sector. Anyone else before? I think we got Towley, and then I think it's just Towley. DK's in the pit, so yeah, DK's happy with that time, I think. No, so it'll be Zero. Zero is on the first lap of the bunch, and then it's Towley. So Zero's got this lap to make it count. Going into the final few corners of this track. Final passer retired, so that's the best he can do. He's retired on track though. Don't think that's allowed even in quali, but we'll see what the outcome of that is. Keeps it nice and tight. It's going to the line. It's looking good. And it's a 1 minute 16.4. And then we go to Towley. Is he going to get into the sub 1 minute 15? Yes, he is at 1 minute 15.8. I don't see anyone beating that. Is JJ Lato going to do it though? I don't think he is. Oh my god, yes he does. What a lap from JJ Lato. Is anyone else going to beat that? I don't think so. Dragoon comes into it, Gavin comes into it. Betches is the only one to come into it. 2 drivers in the 1 minute 15s though. A 1 minute 15.8 from JJ Lato. What a lap. Saudi won a lap as well. Both very close together. If these two can keep this up in the race, it'll be a very interesting watch. Betches comes to the line now and he promotes Gavin and Dragoon down a place, puts Gavin in 10th and Dragoon in 9th, puts himself in 8th. So that will be our top 10 for the starting line. It'll be JJ Lato, Cowley, Find the Pass, Mesinator, DK, Zero, Brewdog, Betches, Dragoon and Gavin Base. Wow, what a session at the end. As we all know now, we've got a 5-minute break coming up, which I'm going to mute myself and quickly go get myself a toasted marshmallow, as everyone's got a fire outside and I've not had one. I haven't got any thing to play though, so it'll be just awkward silence on the grid. I shouldn't be longer than like a minute though, don't worry. Anyway, look at that, by 0.012 of a second. Like, you blink and you miss that gap. I mean, that's proper bad, like, proper good. And then even Find the Pass and Mesinator and DK and Zero, they're all very close together. This race could be these top 6 drivers finding it out. They are all good drivers. DK again, if you've watched previous races, DK, he's very good on the start line. So DK could be looking at P3 in the first corner if he can still nail this start. So it'll all come down to, again, what happens into the first corner can dictate the whole race. I will mute my mic and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, about a minute. Right, see you. Right, back. And then before you all ask, no, there was no marshmallows left because my family are greedy bastards. Actually, what I should check though, what's the PSG score? Oh, they are losing 1-0, so they're 2-0 on aggregate. So Arsenal look like they're going out the Champions League. So we can now all put to rest that Arsenal are the biggest bottlers of this year. They were all saying how they're going to win the Champions League, which is just as good as the Prem, and they're still not going to win that. Sorry, shouldn't be talking about this on the stream. Could upset some Arsenal fans. But it's not too late. There is still 20 minutes of the game. It really show me up if Arsenal now score 3 in the last 20 minutes. To be fair, it'd make a good watch, to be fair, if they actually do that. So we're going in a minute's time. I can't wait for this race, to be fair. It'll be interesting to see what tyres everyone chooses as well. As I think... it was just a bit of a break-in, and it was Carlos Sainz Sr. could run for FIA president. Be interesting. I don't know how the drivers would view it with Sainz still in the sport when his dad's the FIA president. I don't know how that would go well. Every time Sainz got away with something, it would be clearly favouritism. family is still arguing about this marshmallow situation here. Right, now we get to the line, so we are going, what tyre is everyone on? We'll ignore what the screens tell me, as we all know that is not true. Anyway, interval, position change, here we go. So we got everyone on the medium bar, Mesinator in P4, Goomba in P11 and Bajorn in P14. So we got 3 drivers opting for the alternative strategy. It should be an easy one stop, unless if there's rain, which I don't think there is. I'm sure someone would have said. So yes, anyway, we've got a track map, we've got everything else, right. So as we go down the order now, we've got JJ Lato in P1, Tally in P2. They were separated by less than... I don't know what it's called, I should probably figure it out. They were separated by 0.012 of a second. And then you've got Final Pass in P3, Mezzanate in P4, DK in P5, Zero in P6, all of them were separated by a tenth. Then you got Brewdog, Betches, Dragoon and Gavin, who were also very close in qualifying to each other. Then it's got Goomba, Gaming Minion, Whitey, Bajorn, Gamer, Toto Wolf, Woodsy and Boo, who joined very late in the session, so he's got a bit of a catch-up job to do. I think it's Tom, and I think he is a quick driver from the championship table, I think. As he's not even near the final corner yet, as we're lining up on the grid, so it's a very quick formation lap. We're going to have to join on board Sonia, because I'm not watching this from the back of the grid. Probably watch it from DK, with the top 5 being so close. Or Zero, because Zero is quite quick. So as we jump on board with Zero and then instantly get onto TV cam, like when we get off the line, I think that's our best bet. Here we go. Right, as we get 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and then the lights go out and away we go. There's a slow start from the Kickstarter in front, so Tally's already got the jump in turn 1. So Tally's in the lead. We've got DK on the grass. That's not going to help him, but DK is up. He's on the grass still, but he's up into P3. No, he's dropped now. I think DK's actually gone round. No, he hasn't, but he's got jumped by Zero. So JJ Lato's gone up down to P5, I think that is. As we've got cars everywhere, Zero's a bit sideways, Brewdog's getting into the mix of it, DK's dropped to P7 now, so being on the grass really didn't help him. We've got Woodsy who stayed the same, Toto Wolf's dropped 2 positions, Betches has dropped a position, DK's obviously dropped 2, and JJ Lato's our biggest loser, going from P1 to P4. Anyway, now as we go into the chicane, Find the Pass is kept with Towley, Mezzanate is also kept with them, and JJ Lato is dropped a second behind Mezzanator, so he's got a really big catch-up job to do. His Zero's right behind him, and then it's Brewdog. So in the other Kickstarters both having a really good race so far. I know we're only a lap in, but and then DK's going to make amends because he's down 2. As you get further back, Boo's up 4 positions, but John's then dropped the position to him, and then everything else has leveled it out, I think. So is Find the Pass going to go for an overtake into the first corner? I don't think he's close enough to make an ambitious attempt like that. JJ Lato is still within DRS of the driver in front of him though, so that's going to be beneficial. We've got Boo, I think, side by side with someone. He'd love to be side by side with Gavin. Gavin's dropped 2 positions, I believe. Yes, he has. I've got it up, so I should have seen that. As Boo's trying to go around the outside, sends it to the inside. Is he getting... Oh, there's a bit of contact. And Gavin keeps the place. As we get a bit further up now, it'll be the first DRS attempt to Find the Pass. All depends on what ERS they're running, and from the looks of it, Find the Pass has more of it. All this is an ERS race. I almost won on Monday on an ERS battle. So anyway, Find the Pass has gone for it, and I think he's swapped positions. Yes, he has. So Find the Pass is now our leader of this race. DK has overtook Brewdog. And Boo is still behind Gavin. And Zero is still up a position, but DK's still within DRS of Zero, so he's going to have the DRS assistance down the start-finish straight. I find the pass seemed like he got really out of shape, so Tali's going to make the overtake before the first corner, maybe. Nope, he's opted out of it. So he's going to wait until the second DRS straight, but obviously doing that, Mesinator's going to be licking his lips and hoping to get past one of them. And he has. Mesinator's going up the inside of Tali, boxed him in. He should get that move. Is there going to be contact? No, there isn't, and that's still, ooh, just nearly for Mesinator, and it's backed them all up. So DK's come back in DRS threat, so it's a big DRS train down the whole grid, really. The only driver that's a set. Oh, there's a spinner. Bajon has spun out. I don't think it's going to bring out a safety car, but that's unfortunate. That's going to, unless if a safety car does come out, it's going to ruin his race. Tali then goes into P1. Final pass stays to P2. Mesinator stays P3. JJ Latta was looking at a move on the Williams. I thought that was someone spinning in the background, but it wasn't. Betch has almost lost the DRS. Mesinator's Zero and Mesinator are really attacking the drivers in front of them. Tali is 7 tenths ahead nearly. Can Tali run off with DRS on this lap? I don't think Mesinator is going to make a move in here, and obviously this is going to reel find the pass back in with the DRS. A big DRS train now. Is anyone making moves? Don't think we have. And then Bajon will be pitting for a new front wing, so he'll be throwing on a pair of hards. Oh, actually, was he already on the hard tyre? Oh, Bajon was. So he's now on a two-stopper. That's unfortunate. Oh, there's still single file. And it's a DRS train backed up to P8 here. So it is a pass or be pass. And Mesinator is deciding to pass. He wants to be in P2 in this race. And he gets P2. So he's now the one. Toto Wolff becomes our first driver with a time penalty. Anyway, Mesinator now becomes the driver attacking Tali, and it's only 3 temps, so obviously more DRS assistance here. Don't think it's worth 3 temps, however, he's closing very quickly. Is he going to send it up the inside? No, he's not that ambitious. Again, running out of DRS though, where Find the Pass hasn't used that much. And then JJ Light also running out, and Zero's not used that much. DK's again is just keeping on the back of this. Obviously, you're first to win a race, you must finish. I said that line very bad, but you know what I was going with. Is Mesinator going to make a move before the first corner? Yes, he is. And he will have the DRS on the second straight as well. It's still side by side, actually. He goes off the track, Tali. Is that an illegal overtake? I don't know. JJ Lato is looking at a move on Find the Pass. Is Find the Pass going to... It's going to be 3 wide nearly. Find the Pass sends it up the inside of Tali. Is it going to be contact? No, there isn't. Zero's then on the outside of JJ Lato. And it's... Oh, a bit of a wobble. They're still side by side, a bit of contact, and then DK's around the outside of Zero. Has DK made the move stick? Yes, he has. DK goes up to P5. Very good racing from these lads. So Mesinator now is in the lead, up 3 places from the start. JJ Lato has now overtook Find the Pass on the next straight, and DK's also overtook Find the Pass. Is he going to overtake JJ Lato as well? DK could be up into P3. There's a bit more contact. He goes a bit wide, and yes, he makes it. We've got someone off. Who's off? Mesinator's gone off. Mesinator's into the gravel. Mesinator's lost it. He's not got any damage, I don't think, but that's ruined his complete race. DK's now up into P2. And then Tali is nearly out of DRS threat. So that's how quick it can kick off in RRF1. Mesinator's dropped to P13. And he must have dropped that on his own. I don't think there was any contact. So anyway, Tali has a really good opportunity now to break the DRS threat. And he has done. JJ Lato sent it up the inside of DK, and he has made these moves stick, JJ Lato. So DK now in P3. Tali has got a 1.2 second lead. Tali can actually run away with this now. Incredible. And we've got no one else going side by side. Mezzinator's on the hard tyre though, so it's not all lost. He is on an alternative strategy. So the safety car comes out at the right moment, then Mezzinator will be back in the race. And Bajorn's praying for that safety car. Anyway, Towley has broken DRS. Is DK going to fight, or is he going to let JJ Latto catch up to Towley? We all know JJ Latto has the speed. He was the pole sitter. Obviously, he dropped to P4 at the start of the Grand Prix. Now back up to P2. We've got a bit of movement. We've got Dragoon and Zero going side by side. And still going side by side. That goes a bit wide from Zero. Brewdog's then looking at a move on the Haas. Anyway, JJ Latto is steadily bringing Towley back into the DRS range. Or should I say Towley's bringing JJ Latto back into the DRS. Obviously, there's a bit of DRS train forming in every part of the circuit. Everywhere you look, it's just a big train. Anyway, JJ Latto has actually got back within a second. So can he keep it within a second? And the answer looks like yes. He's still a 10th. Just 8 tenths now. So as long as he doesn't lose 2 tenths here, he's back in DRS of Towley. However, Towley has been saving up ERS. He's got double the ERS. However, DRS is worth so much. Yep, so it's now within DRS. So Towley is now back under threat from JJ Latto. And JJ Latto will want his lead back. Oh, there's a bit of... oh, we got Boo now into the... time penalties. Again, it's still a big train from P7 down to first. So as it stands, P7 can still win this race. They're all within this fight. The right strategy call could win you this race. Anyway, JJ Latto is not close enough on this occasion to make a move on Towley. Is anyone else further back thinking about it? I don't think so. It's all about keeping it on the track. It's 5 tenths now. I don't think 5 tenths is worth it on this straight either. No, as they're both in non-ERS, they're both saving. They both know where this overtaking spot comes. Zero, we got Find the Pass is going really slow. Did he make a mistake? Because our Zero's up to P4 and DK's got a nice healthy gap behind him. We've got someone else off. We've got contact between Whitey and Gavin, I think that looks like. So then two must have got a bit close. Mezzinator now gets the time penalty. So that's upsetting. He had a really good start of the race. Anyway, we got Boo and Goomba going side by side into the chicane. Goomba tried to keep his nose in it. That could have been nasty. We got more of a yellow flag. I think we have a yellow flag here? I'm not sure. Yeah, we must have. Charlie's dropped it. Towley's dropped to P7. So DK now back up to P2 and right behind JJ Latto, who's retook the lead from Towley. So Towley must have made a mistake and dropped it on the grass or something. Find the Pass comes the first driver to pit. That's an early pit stop, that. Oh my god, JJ Latto's also dropped it. DK takes the lead from 2. The leader's made 2 mistakes. These medium tyres must have gone off. So just the yellow flag, DK inherits the lead and he's got a second gap from Zero. However, Zero's reeled that in really quickly. So at 2 leaders, we've had 3 people leading this race, and it's a curse to be leading this race. As Mezzinator was leading the race and dropped it, and then Towley was leading the race and then dropped it, and then JJ Latto half a lap later drops it. So does DK really want to be in the lead here? Everyone else in the lead is just dropping it. Wow. We're not spoiling you here, guys. We've got 20 laps remaining to this race. Is Zero going to make a move into the chicane? No, he is not, but he's got another dose of DRS coming as they both keep it on the track. Thank goodness. As long as some people can do it. Anyway, Zero takes the lead from P6 on the grid. DK is up 3 positions and Dragoon's up 6 positions. Towley's coming back though. Towley is in P4. And yeah, from looks of it, he has been in the gravel. Dragoon's holding him up though. DK's kept in DRS as Zero. So DK's going to get a nice healthy, and he's got more ERS as well actually. I wonder what sort of setups they're running. is as long as he can hold it, which he does. It's still 4 attempts. Dragoon and Talia are also going battling it. Is he going to send up the inside? Dragoon, no, he is not. So Talia up to P3 after dropping it. I didn't see him drop it though, but he must have, as he dropped to P7 at one point, so it's a good recovery from Talia. Obviously, we had to find the pass in the pit. I'm not sure if he had damage. Maybe find the pass and Tally. Well, it wouldn't make sense though. They weren't anywhere near each other. Tally's got a 3-second time penalty. Wow, that's really going to make Zero and DK's eyes light up. As these two can literally run away this race now. I wonder what these tyres look like though, because it looks like they're sliding around a lot. However, DK is staying within DRS of Zero. We've got anyone? Oh, we've got a battle here. We got Mezzinator going up the inside of Boo, locks up a bit. Doesn't send him forcing out wide, so they're still side by side. And Mezzinator makes the move. Anyway, as we go on to the start-finish straight now, is DK going to throw it up in the inside at turn 1? He's got the overtake. He's put the overtake on. Is he going to make it? I think he has. He's ahead at the apex. He makes the corner. Anyway, Zero's proper fighting that back, but he's not got the DRS, so Zero's going to have to sit back and wait, I think. So is DK going to control this? We've got Tally in the pit lane, so Tally's pitted, Dragoon's pitted. So with these leaders having essentially a 4-second, 5-second lead, they can go the extra 2 laps. I mean, it's really early pitting, I think. I think Monday drivers, I think it was lap 14. Anyway, Zero makes that pretty easy, makes it pretty early on the straight as well. And Zero's going to have that again as well. So as long as none of them drop it, which I don't think they did. Mezzinator and Goombas. Mezzinator's overtook Goomba. So Boo on Goomba's next. Oh, there's a bit of a slide from Boo. Just make sure the leaders aren't doing anything while we're watching this. As he sends it up the inside of Goomba. And they're still side by side, I think. Yeah, no, he's backs out of that one. Anyway, as we go on to start finish straight now, Zero's into the pit at lap 11. So DK takes the lead. So he's back as a reserve and he's leading the Grand Prix on lap 12. So it'll be interesting to see what Zero can do. We should probably get the gap to the leader for a moment and just see what it is. So if DK pits now, he'll end up in P12, I believe. However, DK will have much fresher tyres than the lights of Find the Pass. It was obviously, they're going to obviously get closer, but their tyres are going to be more worn. So what does DK do here? Does he pit or does he stay out and extend? Mezzinator's obviously on the hard tyres, so he's going to be pitting much, much later. JJ Lowers sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He's down in P13 after his crash out. He lost his front wing. Yeah, Dad, to catch you up on this race, we had 3 leaders all crash out. It started with Mezzinator, who's in second now. He dropped it into the gravel when he was leading the race. And then it was followed by Towley, who dipped into the gravel and dropped to P7. And then to top it all off, JJ Lato spun out at turn 1 and broke his front wing.
Is that like some of the people at places?
Yeah.
You know, some of them...
DK now pits.
Find the Pass pit?
Yeah, Find the Pass was the first to pit on lap 8. So I mean, his tyres are not going to be the best at the end. So where is DK going to end up? I need to... Who do I need to watch? I think... Oh, Gavin's off. So Gavin's hit the wall and he's lost a bit of his end plate, I think. Who am I meant to be watching? Find the Pass now. He overtakes DK in the pit. So where is DK actually going to come out? He comes out now in P8. Oh, it's very close to the kickstart, but that made me win. So it comes out in P8. And then Find the Pass now. Zero gets ahead. So Zero, with DK pitting that much later, he's lost 3 seconds to the guy who's trailing. But he will have fresher tyres come the end of the Grand Prix. So Zero now is our net leader after everyone pits. And then Find the Pass is next in line. And then Tally, who obviously dropped it into the gravel, is net P3. And then Dragoon's net 4, Brewdog net 5. Did Brewdog come into the pit though? I'm not too sure. Yes, he did. And then DK's dropped massively, just extending that one more lap. Again, we'll have the better of the tyres at the end of the race, though. Is there anyone else going side by side? I don't believe so. So I think these three are our closest battle. Zero's proper running off and find the pass here, actually, in that Ferrari. From looks at it, find the pass is already not happy with his hard. So is Towley going to make a move pretty quickly? He doesn't want to be held up much longer. And obviously Towley's battling that 3-second penalty. And proper nice launch out of turn 2. Like, is he going to send it up the inside or possibly around the outside? No, he doesn't. But the final pass also goes up to Zero. And then DK's under pressure from Brewdog. Obviously DK's still trying to find his pace on these hards. Goes a bit wide there though. Don't be doing that. You might get a penalty. Tally has just overtook Find the Pass and he's now right behind Zero. 3 tenths behind exactly. Is there a possible move coming from Towley into... No. As we've got 11 viewers. Hello 11 viewers. If you've just catched us, we've had quite an interesting race, to be fair. We've had drivers crashing out from the lead of the race. And one of the ones doing so was Towley, dropped to P1 to P7 and he's now into net P2. 3 tenths behind net leader Zero because Goomba and Menzinator are still yet to pit. Is Towley now going to make a move on Zero? Surely now's the time. But I don't think he's got enough speed. He's got the ERS, but I think he's saving it for the bigger straight. As Brewdog still trails DK. I think Brewdog's trying to make a move on DK, and obviously DK's now found a bit of pace and he is reeling in Dragoon. Ever our battle for the top, well, 2nd to 5th, but so Zero's going to have DRS assistance from the teammate of the driver that's trying to help. And his teammate's not peeled out the way either. So he's got held up by his teammate a little bit there. And Zero's benefited from the DRS. So it'll be at least another lap before Towley can have a move. DK and Brewdog are going side by side. And I think Brewdog has made it on the outside. Yes, he has. So good move from Brewdog. JJ Lato gets a 2nd penalty, I believe. Down in P11. So it's all gone wrong for our pole sitter. Dragoon's overtook Goomba. Find the Pass once he got held up a little bit or made a mistake, but now it's Towley on Zero. And still does not make it. He needs that 3-second gap as well, so he needs to make this move as quick as possible, really. However, Zero has got fresher tyres than Towley. I'll tell you what, this race would be very spruced up if a safety car came out. However, I think Towley's now going to make a move on Zero. Yes, he does, around the outside, nice and easy with the DRS. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. We've got a Find the Pass is it. Find the Pass is off and he's in the wall heavily. We've got a virtual safety car out. And he's lost his front wing. So got him for Find the Pass. Again, another contender for the podium and he's binned it. This race has had it all. We've had all top runners making mistakes. We've got pit stops. We've got Mesnator in the pit. Obviously, he gets a cheaper pit stop, especially for the mediums. So he's only going to have half the time. And he's replaced his front wing. So maybe he didn't replace his front wing in his first pit stop. But anyway, he's now going to drop to P7, but on brand new medium tyres. Where's he going to finish this race? Anyway, we don't get the ending sign, I don't think. JJ Latters overtook Find the Pass, who's had to come into the pit, and now we going now. Mezzinator drops to P7. He's not that far off the leaders, to be fair. So it depends how far their mediums can go and keep pace. Anyway, Zero is 4 attempts behind Towley. Is he going to make a move into the chicane? I don't think he's close enough to do that. However, he has got then another dose of it if he can keep it with it. Oh, he gets a penalty! Towley's going to be absolutely loving that news. So now this is net lead. And if Dragoon can get within 3 seconds, Dragoon can win this race without even leading the race. So these two now have to just figure out who wants to win this. And then, because if Dragoon can actually catch up, which he'll be gunning for now, then it's all to play for. Mezzinator as well, he's got a penalty. So if he can catch up, it's now net for it as well. And Boo as well with his penalty, he's now within contention of the two leaders. But they've got 3 cars between them to do that. They've got Dragoon, DK and Brewdog, who haven't got penalties. So even if a safety car comes out, these leaders could actually find themselves falling down the pack. This race is nail-biting. This race is better than most F1 races I've watched. I'd rather pay a Sky subscription to watch this. Anyway, does Zero make a move? No, he doesn't. He's going to wait one more corner. This is where he got that penalty, but he takes it much better now, even though he's got the warnings again. He can get more, 2 more warnings. He makes the move now. They're still side-by-side-ish. As Towley gets a much better exit. Game Minion then becomes another driver to get a 3-second time penalty. Towley then sends it up the inside of turn 1. And he's obviously going to get a second dose of DRS on the second straight. So that'll they keep it though. DK's reeling in Dragoon. Mezzinator sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And he's within DRS of Boo, who's on the hard tyre. Obviously Mezzinator needs to make these moves quick before his tyres start to throw off. And then DK's probably looking at Dragoon, and he's obviously on the fresher hard, so he wants to get Dragoon and then get up the road and try and win this race. From what I believe, DK is not a reserve scorer. However, it'll be interesting to if he wins. He'll count it as a win. Oh, DK is really close to Dragoon now. I've just noticed DK's running the number 26, and it's coincidentally the number I like to run. So go on, DK. Do the number 26 proud. And Mezzinator sets another fastest lap. And he's up to P5 actually, so he's now reeling in on. Yeah. So I was really confused then. So he's actually made 2 positions, Mezzinator on those mediums. So he is chasing down this lead pack really quick. Anyway, DK is still looking at Dragoon's hats, and I bet he'd like it better when it's in his rear mirrors, when he can start trying to get up the road. He's now 5 seconds behind the leaders who have 3-second time penalties. Anyway, how's this going to end? Is he going to send it up the inside here? Yes, he is. It's a very ambitious move, but they both escape it. However, DK is going to lose a big chunk of straight line speed. Is he close enough to send one into this corner? No, he is not. Boo and Brewdog have swapped positions. JJ Lato and Goomba is quite close to each other. Is Goomba going to send it up the inside? No, he is not. Any else? Nope. So anyway, Woodsy's got a 3-second time penalty now. Dragoon and DK, they've had a bit of contact. And that's going to really bring Mesinator into the fight for the podium. It definitely looked like there was contact between them two. Betches and Brewdog have swapped positions. I think that's because Brewdog went into the pit lane. So he's now on a 2-stop, I think. Or did Brewdog just go that long? No, yeah, Brewdog, yeah, I thought Brewdog already stopped. So that took a chunk of time. Anyway, Tally out at the end of the straight just doesn't have it. And then onto the second DRS straight at the back end of the lap. Is he going to make a move into the final corner of the DRS straight? No, he does not. So he's now got to wait until the first corner to have a proper move. DK has made a move on Dragoon. Is it going to stick? Yes, it is. And he keeps it on the track. Dragoon's coming back. Doesn't have the enough alongside to send it. Anyway, Mesinator now is proper eyeing this up. They've lost 7 seconds to the lead too. So they need 4 seconds now to get within the threshold. However, that's coming very quick back from Dragoon. Is Dragoon going to send it up the inside? Yes, he is. And there's more contact as the Haas goes round, and so does DK. Oh, that's unfortunate, that. And Mesinator then just gets a free podium place for that. So Mesinator now, he's got 4 seconds to chase down. No, he hasn't, because he's got the penalty as well. So he has to chase down the 8.4 seconds. And then it's Dragoon in 5th and DK's fallen to 6th. And then Goomba, JJ Lato, we've got fighting in the back. Got Game Minion, Whitey and Find the Pass all together. And then Find the Pass has sent it up the inside of Game Minion. And Game Minion's just passenger there, he can't do much. However, he's kept it around the outside, and then he has to give way on the car park. And Woodsy's gone a bit wide. Promotes Bajourn, who's had a shocker of a race. Obviously, he had that spin quite early on in the race, and obviously he's never recovered. No safety car. Been very clean safety car wise. Anyway, Taldi and Zero again. These two have just been non-stop swapping, and obviously it gets to a point in the race where the lead will matter. So they can keep swapping positions, but at some point it will matter in the race at what position they are in. So it just depends who wants to be defending and who wants to be attacking. The pressure's on either way, because obviously if you're the one being attacked, you're under pressure. If you're the one attacking, you will be going over your limit. So as we're on lap 23 of 29, we've got 6 laps to sort out who wants to win this race. Is Mesinator got the medium tyre to catch the leaders? He has took a second out, but you need more than a second a lap. Or if these two start squabbling in front of him. Because Zero's going to make a move into this corner, surely. Oh no, he does not. He backs out of it. And Mesinator, he's not making as much inroads as he needs to, is he? I don't know, he just made 2 attempts in one corner. We'll see what that is in 4 laps time. We'll make a decision as we go on to lap 24 of 29. And Zero is still trailing the McLaren. Oh, that McLaren gets really, really snappy. Tally, we've got a yellow flag. Why have we got a yellow flag? I think it's... I think someone must have just went slow. Oh, that's a big lock up from Mesinator. You got Brewdog and Betches going side by side. And yeah, he makes it fine. Anyway, we've got a back marker coming up here. I think that's Woodsy. He makes his way, makes like nice and clear. So I think Zero's opted to stay behind Towley. DK now gets a 3-second time penalty. And he's 4 tenths behind Dragoon. A bit of bad blood between them this race, as I think they've had 2 contacts, and one of them resulted in them both losing out on a potential podium. So they'll both not want to concede any more positions to each other. However, Dragoon's now got the 3-second penalty in hand, as DK's just picked one up. However, that's very close. DK is all over the back of that Haas. Is he now going to make a move into the first corner? Again, he's not got the RS to be doing it, but he gets himself alongside. Is Dragoon going to keep his ass there? Again, he hasn't got it, has he? And then Dragoon now, he's got overtake, so he sends it around the outside. Is there going to be more contact? I don't think so. I think DK's kept that, and he... Oh no, Dragoon's still around the outside. They are still side by side, and it's Dragoon who comes out on top. Anyway, Zero has overtook Towley for the lead. I don't know when that was done. My bad for missing that. Anyway, Mesinator is now 5.7 seconds off the lead. So he just needs to get within DRS, I think. Or again, except that these leaders just need to fight a little bit, because he's 4 seconds off if I'm DRS on him. Anyway, Dragoon and DK again is no, he's on non-IERS, so he's going to make a move into the first corner again, I think, as they're both regenning. A bit of curb usage from Dragoon there. It's always dangerous. And yeah, again, DK much better line out the final corner. He's got the overtake. Dragoon comes across, sent him very... and he's made that move quite easily. However, DK gets a bit wide, and now even though DK's got the DRS, he's employed overtake as well. Anyway, let's get back to these lead 2. Is Towley close enough? I think he's going to make the move quite easily. Yep, Zero's allowed it, but he's not gone for it. So I think Towley roused to be the attackee on the final lap. However, Mesinator is there. He's gaining. Mesinator's had an outstanding race considering what happened. Anyway, Dragoon's turn to fight DK, and he's just sailed past there. DK's not got the ERS for it. Obviously, he didn't get the RF here, so Dragoon can run away there, actually. Anyway, is Towley now going to make a move as we come on to lap 27 and 29? Got 2 laps remaining. The Williams is within shot. However, all those mediums now running out of juice. We won't know until near the end. These 2 drivers in front have obviously been outstanding all race. Obviously, Towley had a bit of a hiccup, but Zero's had an outstanding race. Starting P6 on the grid, and he's now within a shot of winning. Again, Zero's not put a foot wrong. Towley has put a foot wrong, but obviously he's made up the time. You can't knock him down if he's made it up. Towley could have run away with this race if he kept it. So, it's all going to come down to the final lap, I believe. And Zero goes really wide there. Is Towley going to send it up the inside, or does he really just want to stay behind? Mesinator is now 3.6 seconds behind. If these leaders do start a fight and Mesinator is within a shot, as the dirty air, as you can see, Towley has to get out the throttle. There's a lot of regenning going on. We've got a yellow flag. It's a Mercedes. I think it's Game Minion. He's gone off the track and he's broke his front wing. However, we're too late in the race now to have any sort of safety car in interval. So it is now pure what happens on this track. The top 4 all have penalties. Dragoon hasn't got a penalty. Mesinator will be hoping these 2 start squabbling. But these 2 in front all know that if they do start squabbling, Mesinator is right there. DK and Dragoon are going side by side, and again there's a bit of contact. These 2 are just like magnets to each other. There's two good fights to be watching here. Tally stays behind another lap. And the gap's now 2.8 to the Williams. I don't think that Williams has enough time. Woodsy gets another 3-second time penalty. As we go onto the final lap, and we've got a back marker of Whitey coming out the pit lane. So this will be interesting. When does Tally want the lead? Is it early in the lap? Is it later on in the lap? We will find out. It is literally the final few corners. It will be the last time they visit turn 3. Does he send it up the inside in turn 3? No, he does not. So now he has to wait throughout the twisty corners into the car park, and then obviously the weird kink right-hander. And he has to follow really nicely in the dirty air. They both have the ERS to defend. There's only two more. Oh, there's a bit of a slide from Tally, but it doesn't matter. He's right up the gearbox of this Ferrari. And it's all about now. He's in a prime position. I think Tally's going to get this. And yes, Tally's just ahead. And now there's only a few more corners. Tally's going to have the DRS. Obviously, Zero's going to have the slipstream. However, that's not that powerful. There's a bit of wheel spin. I think Tally's run off of this. A bit of curb usage, and it's going to send him out wide. Now there's only one more DRS. And oh, there's contact. And I think that's it. Tally, I think, has won this race. Oh, what a race. They finished it to the line. And obviously Mezzinator into P3. What a battle. And then Dragoon and Boo will finish in P4. And then it's all about this now. DK and Dragoon. And JJ Lato, who has got a penalty. So DK is going to drop a position here. Which I think that's why Dragoon's not bothered. And then obviously JJ Lato could make... No, he can't make a move. So, yeah, DK, good race. Dragoon, good race. JJ Lato, unfortunate about what happened. Goomba and Brewdog, they're going to go to the line. And yeah, they stay that. And then Betch is in P10. And then it'll be Find the Pass, eventually coming around in P11. Toto Wolff and Gambase are going side by side onto the final stretch. I think Toto Wolff is just behind him on track, but then Gavin's got the penalty to worry about. And then Gamer Minion is then to cross the line. All the way to the wall with a bit of wing damage, P14, not the Mercedes day. And then Bajon 16, Woodsy 17th, and then White will be the final driver to cross the line in P15. Wow. What a race. It had everything. Yeah. And it was a fun race. It was a fun race to watch, commentate. Again, I honestly, I'd rather pay a Sky subscription to watch these lads race, because that was brilliant. Oh, I skipped the podium celebration, my bad. Anyway, we'll go through the order. Tally, Zero, Mezzinator, Boo, Dragoon, DK, JJ Lato, Goomba, Brewdog, Betches, Find the Pass, Toto Wolff, Gavin Bays, Game Minion, Whitey, Bajon, and Woodsy. Last to P4 with 9 seconds pen. It's not bad, to be fair. I think Tally, Zero, you. Mezzinator did well after his little gravel trip. And then, yeah, Find the Pass again, unfortunate. Race director quickly, actually, before we incidents, just so everyone can look at the incidents. Right, well, that was RRF1 Wednesday division. We will see you next week for Baku, which obviously is not the best track for league racing for obvious reasons. Castle section, if someone bins it there, we don't have ghosting, so it'll be interesting. But so long. and it's been a pleasure commentating as it always is. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a bit shaky at the start of the stream where, for one, I didn't unmute my mic, and for two, it cut out a few times. But other than that, it was a brilliant watch, and fair enough to Towley and Zero. Peace.